This is my review of the Quest Tarot. The Quest Tarot comes in a fairly large box and comes with a fairly large 300-page book. You will need to read probably all 300 pages because there is a lot to these cards. This is not a regular deck of cards. It is in fact 78 plus one card. The one card is blank. You get to write your own stuff on it. Now the book goes into all the details of the cards, so let's take an example of some of these cards. As you can see here, you have the Chariot. At the bottom, you'll have the description as well as what it means. On the sides are gemstones, and on the top left, you can see is a Cancer sign, which this is the card of Cancer. Then a Roman numeral to tell you what the numeral of the card is. For example, this is the Chariot, with a keyword of willpower, and there are stones on the side of it, as you can see. On the bottom next to it is the letter H, so you can actually combine these to come up with initials. So there's the H. Going up, you'll have the border color has a significance, as you'll read in the book, as does the two stones on each side. Then you have a really generic picture. A lot of these pictures are very futuristic, don't have a lot of detail in them. But at the top, you'll see at the top left, there's a sign for Cancer. And then in the middle is a Roman numeral of the detail of the card. And on the right of the Roman numeral is a Hebrew letter. On the right of that is a rune. So most of these cards have the same type of thing, but it varies once you get out of the major arcana into the minor. If you look at the aces, for example, the Ace of Cups, at the top left is a clock, and the clock has three marks that tell you about a time, so you can actually discern a time. On the right is the season, so you can combine the time with the season to come up with a actual date or a range of dates, and it details out in the book how to do that. On the court cards, you notice at the top there are swords pointing downwards, some pointing upwards. These are yes or no question answers. So up is yes, downwards is no, up and down is maybe, and then some of them have to the right or to the left, which means the answer lies in the past or in the future. So some of the cards as well have a combination of planets. So you see here you have the moon in Cancer. So this is totally different. On the top right of the pip cards is also a Yijing symbol. So you have these varied throughout. So again, the pictures are kind of blasé, a little too futuristic. They don't have any real, nice looking pictures like some of the other cards do. I mean, they're okay, but they're just not as exciting as other things are. The meanings on the bottom of the cards are very Book of Thoth. Five of Wands, defeat, victory, virtue, and dominion. So you have to kind of look at the book and tell what all of those are. The book, it has sections on what's what. You can grab someone's hair color from this. You can grab timelines, you can grab details about the stones, the letters, the Yijing symbols. Here you can grab hair color and skin color, eye color of the person you're talking about. It discusses the various runes, how to spell out words, and a list of party games that you can play, games with the stuff. So it also does the Celtic cross with the basic Celtic cross details. And then each card has its own dedicated few pages. So here is the Fool, and it will detail out the stones, the border color, the letter of the Roman alphabets, card numbers, Hebrew letters, the rune and what it means, and the stone influences and the planets, along with the face-up meaning and the reverse meanings of all the cards. So, and that does include the pip cards. Do have the same info with the same two stones, in this case onyx and sardonyx, with face-up and reverse meanings. The addition of games is very nice. This much detail and this much information is very nice. You do need pretty damn good eyesight in order to make out some of the details on the cards, especially like here where you have the cancer sign. It's just light on a light background. Some of these are just hard to discern, especially if you want to grab the Hebrew letters off that. So overall, this is a good deck. It's a lot of information on it. We'll take some memorization of all this various stuff in it if you want to use all of it. But if you just want to pull it out and do readings, it's kind of nice for a beginner because it does have the meanings on the front of it. And with that, here are the cards.